welcome back to Dylan Still Hobbies, and in today's video, we are going to, of course, talk about the brand new 2020 Darth Vader comic book. This is Chapter 2, or Issue 2, and my god, this was a really interesting chapter. I really did enjoy it, and you know what? Just for a second here, it's great to actually get some good Star Wars, because I have not been very impressed with the latest news on Star Wars. I mean, Palpatine's a clone, Rey's not even his granddaughter anymore, the Essence thing is just stupid, and then you get to the fact that we're not getting the Old Republic, we're getting this High Republic era, an era with no war and just Jedi, I don't know, reading books on Sith. I don't know. I'm not going to say no to it yet, and here's why. I made the mistake of not actually being interested in The Mandalorian. I wasn't interested in it until I heard Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau was the guys behind it. And then I watched it, and oh my god, I love Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau's work, especially Dave Filoni. He's the guy who has basically made my childhood Star Wars. The Clone Wars is my childhood, and he's the one behind that. Star Wars Rebels, while maybe not a perfect series, it's a great story, and that is because of Dave Filoni. And as long as they can get them involved, I don't know how, I don't know when, but if they can get those two involved, I think this whole High Republic era might not be that bad. So I'm holding out hope. If they don't have them involved in one way or another, then I'm probably not going to like it, because it seems as though anything that doesn't involve Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau, I end up really not enjoying when it comes to Star Wars. I mean, Episode 9 was a bust. I actually liked Episode 9 when I first saw it, but now to hear that Palpatine's a clone and everything, it's just poorly written Star Wars. It's just bad Star Wars. And I'm really happy to say that we actually have some good Star Wars to talk about with the Darth Vader comic book. So let's go ahead and talk about that. First off, I absolutely loved the first issue. I did a review for that as well. I did another video for that as well. Let's just kind of recap what happened. So, here's Darth Vader thinking about what he just went through. His son just basically fell off the thing, said, "No, I'm not going to join my evil father." And that made Darth Vader think to himself, who actually hid my son? Who took my son away from me? What happened to Padme? What happened to me? What's happened to me? Where my own son, where he sees himself in his own son, what happened to me? That's basically what he thought. And I love the scene where we get to see him go to, the homestead. He goes to Obi-Wan's hut. He goes to Padme's old apartment on Naboo. I love those scenes. They were just really interesting. In that one imagery at the end where Darth Vader sees his son fall, and then he sees Leia and his mother, and I loved how throughout the entire book we just kept getting flashbacks after flashbacks to his past, and he's with a little buddy droid who's explaining the story, and it was just such a great book. Great issue. With this chapter, at the end of the last one, we ended up seeing a very familiar face. He goes to Padme's old place, only to find Padme? What is going on here? Okay, so I even theorized in my first review, the first issue review, that this isn't actually Padme. You gotta remember that Padme was the Queen of Naboo, and as the Queen of Naboo, she had a bunch of doubles. And, I thought it was really interesting that when uh, Darth Vader puts it together who this person is. That he says that they are the shadows of the Queen of Naboo. That she was the shadow of Padme. That she was the protector of Naboo, and how they were very, very similar in look. The only difference was basically a little bit of bone structure, and it was just really, really interesting to see. And of course, this Padme, or Padme, actually doesn't know how the original Padme died. And so the reason why she's there is because she's actually looking for information on how the original Padme died. She wasn't able to protect the original Padme. She's a body double. Not being able to protect who you're body doubling, that puts a big injury to the heart right there for her. And I just liked that. And I liked how at first she was trying to shoot down Vader, and it all just brings Vader back as well as me back. And I just love the fact that they did this, showing the images of Anakin Skywalker alongside Padme fighting in episode 2, and we get to see that with Darth Vader and this body double of Padme. I'm gonna call it body double of Padme. I can't remember. I don't think they gave her an exact name other than the shadow of Padme. Other than, well, really the shadow of Queen Amidala. You know, the protection force. You know, I just thought it was interesting. And I really, really enjoyed that about it, you know? And of course, eventually, Darth Vader tells her what he's doing there, and they come to this agreement that, you know, at first, they're arguing about the idea that Padme would even join the Empire. Darth Vader argues that she would, because he would have made her. He would have killed the Emperor and changed the galaxy for her, is what his whole plan was in the first place. It just didn't go out that way. And I thought it was just interesting that she herself just says, do you even know her? Did you even know her? She would never join the Empire. And I thought it was really fascinating at the end when they end up coming to an agreement that if she really wants answers, well, he's looking for answers too. Let's work together. Let's have the Padme work together with Darth Vader. And I'm staying side by side again next to images of Anakin and Padme staying side by side. It was just interesting to see. Could this be going into the whole idea of Darth Vader having possibly a second relationship? I really, 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 really hope they don't do that, because you gotta realize something about Darth Vader. You gotta realize something about not Darth Vader, but Anakin Skywalker. He only had one woman, and that was Padme. And if you hear some noise, it's actually raining tonight, and it decided to rain really hard on me at the end of this video. Oh well. Thank you guys for watching. I loved issue 2. Let me know what you guys think about this issue in the comments down below. And I can't wait till next issue when they start going on their own little journey to find out what happened to Padme, and more importantly, who hid the kid? Who hid Darth Vader's son? And will he find Luke before he sees him in episode 6? I don't know. That could be interesting. Will Luke find information about his mother? That could be interesting. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.